Everybody, futures are down heavily this morning. You can see Nasdaq is down 1.28%. S&P 500 is down more than 1%. Bitcoin showing a little green, but it was also down this morning. You can see in the green buy zone. So from day trading perspective, this is not where you want to short, all right? You want to be shorting in the red area, but this is where you should be looking to buy. You can see Nasdaq 1.2% down pre-market. So like yesterday, what happened? Let me show you NDX QQQ here. Yesterday, you can see it was pre-market. It was here in the sell zone. And if you watch my video, I was telling you guys this is the area you want to be shorting, and there will be a drop happening in the morning right from where the market is opening because of Meta and Microsoft earnings. Market was here, and look what happened. We had a massive drop yesterday, and this was all shown to you like in my video. You can see I was showing it was here, and massive drop after that. And same thing here. Today is going to be reversal. So today we are in the buy zone. You don't want to be shorting here. You want to be shorting where market is on the red side. So this is if you're watching this video from day trading perspective, there's a bounce coming, and the bounce could go from here to at minimum this neutral line, which is about 1.33%. And if it is strong, it can go to 2% as well. Now from long-term perspective, let me quickly show you. I think there could be 3 to 5% possibility of correction on S&P 500. So I think from the top, let's say if we take this top yesterday where we started selling off to the bottom, let's see. So this gap is going to be filled today, first gap. If we go to this bottom gap, which is probably around 5% away, 6100 is my target. Now it's not going to go in straight down line, all right? So probably like today, there will be a, let me show you this one, live market here. So you can see live market, we are here. So probably there's going to be a bounce coming, and then will get rejected around either green line or white line, 20 moving average or 10 moving average, and it will continue lower. And that's how it's going to be. And it could go into August, September, October. So market is not going to go straight down, just like lower highs, lower lows. And then it's going to probably do a reversal later on from September to December timeframe, October to December timeframe, something like this. All right. So that's more likely what I'm thinking longer term. You should plan according to that. And let's go back to SPY. And these, you can see this gap is already, it's opening below this gap. I'm not sure if they're going to fill this gap while it's opening below this gap. So again, a bounce can fail and they can continue lower, or they can fill it and then next week they can start bringing it down again later. Tariffs are in the news, and Canada been implemented at 35%. So there could be retaliatory tariff coming from Canada. Who knows what they want to do? So just be mindful of that. All right. VIX is showed a 7 count SPY signal a couple of days ago, and you can see every time it does that, it bounces. So again, this is a time to be caution. We'll see if as trade deals come and more good news come, market might go higher. But for now, there's a lot of fear in the market, and things are going down. Same thing with Nasdaq. You can see here also breaking below this 10-20 moving average, triple Q, major gap down. If that gap is not filled, then probably we're coming lower. So on triple Qs from top to the bottom to the next possible gap, first gap is around 5.82% and second gap is around 7.37%. So triple Qs can come to 532 area before it can bounce again. So just keep that in mind, all right? Apple had a nice earnings today. Apple is only the one holding the market, else market would be down heavily. Amazon is already selling off around 7% gap down. Okay, Bitcoin, you can see broke below this previous low. One of the reason Bitcoin is going down is because of this gap, and this is still not filled. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see this gap here around 114, 170, still not fully filled. All right. So I'm looking for that gap to fill. So I think Bitcoin will go lower at some point to fill that gap. And then if it can hold, it's good. Else, if it breaks, then probably going to go below 100K. And from where it is right now to go there, it's about 16% away. I won't be surprised if that happens. Okay, Bitcoin is a very volatile coin. Or inversely, it could go higher to fill the stop gap. Let's see 1 hour chart. You can see this slight gap is still not filled, so it could go higher to fill that gap as well. Ethereum chart, again, Ethereum, so many gaps. Next gap is here around 34.43, then 30.80, and then 28.43. All right, so keep that in mind. Tesla very, very weak. Again, pre-market week, so could be coming back to this low after earnings. So hopefully this blue line will stop the selling. This is 200 EMA, so if it can stop the selling, then it can bounce again. Again, this earning gap is not fully filled, 332. And on the other side, also this gap there's also a gap here around 297. So if they really want to fill this bottom gap, that's about 3.35% away. They could do that and then rally again to fill this top gap. So we'll see which way it wants to go. Already looked at Apple. Apple basically up pre-market, but still below all the major moving average. All major moving, like 20 moving average, white line, 200 EMA, light blue line, still below that. So it could reject it. It really needs to close above this first light blue line to achieve any substantial move, which is 200 EMA, okay, around 213 to make next big move. Amazon selling off, probably going to go to this gap fill around 200 moving average, 209. Google is selling off after good earnings, so probably coming towards this gap fill 186. nvda also selling off, probably going to come to fill this gap around 171. Had a massive run, okay, so a cool down is actually healthy. So pullbacks will be very good for nvda if this can hold us nice, else 160 might be there. avgo also, same thing with all chip stocks had massive bounce, so a pullback will be very, very healthy. Netflix is looking good. Again, if market sells off, it will continue selling. So let's see if it can somehow reach here. There's also a gap around 992. Let's see if it can reach the below 2000. Bond market is bouncing, finally bouncing near 200 moving average. TLT is already up. And then commodity wise, crude oil in the nice support area, closed above this 200 moving average, and now still holding it there. Natural gas little lower, but probably coming to around 2.78. Gold is bouncing, massive bounce after employment data, lower, and then trade war again between different countries. Gold is always a beneficiary of that. So bouncing now. Silver is also going to follow. Copper after massive sell-off. Still no buy count signal yet, so I think it can still go lower. Dollar got rejected. Fill this gap actually. So you can delete that. So got rejected where it should. You can see nice, pretty solid resistance here. In terms of tech stock, AMD after massive blow off, it has an earnings, I think, 5th of August. So let's see which way it's going to go, but going lower here. Shopify also coming lower, massive gap down, mainly due to imports due to tariff on Canada. MicroStrategy lower after earnings. Let's see which gaps it wants to fill. UNH keeps selling off, made a new low. So again, now it's making new low with divergences. So this is the time you want to wait. Let it build more divergence, and then you have to wait for a breakout. Lily was down as well. ISRG was down. So yeah, that's about it today, guys. We'll see how markets behave today. And like I said, 3 to 5% correction is possible, but expecting a rally, expecting a bounce at the market open. Good luck, guys. Hit the like button on your way out. I'll talk to you later.